Yo, what's up there guys, it's Mersive Gamer 83 and thank you very much for stopping by. We're jumping back in for part 3 of the Corvega V8 Atomic, and I think that's what it's called anyway. But we're just doing some creation. I've tidied things up again since last time and pretty happy, to be honest. Everything is looking rather nice and overall things are starting to look very good. We're getting to the point now where we're literally going to start skinning stuff now. So yeah, it's going to be hopefully quicker progress now. So with a little bit of luck, we can just get back in and start finishing it off. So I think I'm going to make these little bits first. But yeah, I've gone in with all the little details, tidied up all the lines. Everything kind of joins up. It's looking good. And these little bits here are going to be part of the interior. So yeah, pretty happy with how things are going actually. I'm going to make sure that I'm in mirrored mode as well, because I tend to forget that. Okay. And this is the skinning tool, and on the skinning tool you can have an arc and change the arc curvature there. So for that I'm going to have quite a big one, and I'm going to make it quite large actually. And if I hold down the left trigger, it actually gives me the arc that and you can see exactly whereabouts it is. So I'm going to start it off around about there. If it doesn't quite fit, you can always scale up, which is not a problem. Okay, and it doesn't have to be perfect. We can always touch it back in afterwards. And I don't want it in black. Okay, so I would like to choose the standard grey. Yep, looks good. Okay, miles off there, and that's not a problem. If you really wanted to, you could go back in there and hit it again, but I quite like using this part for going in and clipping it in. Okay, so that's looking pretty good on that side, and we'll do the same on this side. I think if you make an effort to try and get it right first time, it is actually a lot easier than doing this, but it is quite hard, and practice is something, you know, that makes perfect. So it really is one of those things that looks easy, but actually when you come and do it, it's not as easy as it looks sometimes. Okay, and and now the mirror's on there, you can see that it's doing it on the other side as well. Okay. Okay, right, so to me that looks pretty good. Nice. Okay, so I'm going to attempt to... there's actually a little bit of a gap around here, so I need to work out exactly how to compartmentalise that. I might just do a sneaky little line across here at some point, but I can come back to that. It's not a problem. Okay, so now I'm going to reduce the angle. I don't need so much of an abrupt curvature. I can drop it down a bit there. You can add more points in as well, so even if you can't quite get the angle that you want, you can always go back in and hit it. And it's just a case about playing around with these little node things until you get the right kind of coverage that you want. And this is something that, to be honest, you know, it's not the easiest thing to do. And like little parts of it as well. Seems like I could probably add another little piece on there. And also, if it does go out just a tiny little bit, it's not the end of the world. You can always cover bits up and hide it underneath. As long as it doesn't go over like the major parts of it, it's all good. And you can kind of hide a little bit. And then and these little pieces as well, you can kind of mess around just to make sure these are as nice as can be as well. Okay, so that's looking okay actually. Yeah, it looks good. You could probably segment the car off into smaller pieces as well. It might be easier to do that way. You know, I've not done this. You know, this is my first time actually finishing this process off, so it's just learning. But it's actually quite therapeutic as well. Yeah, it looks pretty good, and you can always go back in and change pieces that if you're not happy with. You know, that kind of looks like a bit, doesn't look quite uniform there, so I'm going to drop the level down. Yeah, it looks quite nice. So probably worth going back in and checking your work after you think you've done it, because some angles it looks all good, but then you check it from another one and it might not be quite right. This actually does, I mean, it does work pretty well, to be honest, and I've not got a clue when it comes to, you know, CAD work and computer aided design stuff and, you know, Blender and all that kind of stuff. I literally have no idea how to use those applications, but with this one it's actually not too bad. It's, you know, it's not too much trouble at all, and you know, I think that VR in the future is actually going to enable people to actually, you know, be a lot more creative that may not have previously had a chance to work in this type of business, you know. And if you can pop out assets using this, there's an Oculus Medium as well. Oculus Medium is a very advanced tool, and you can make some mad stuff completely inside virtual reality. It's very, very amazing, to be honest, and I wish it had native Vive support, but it doesn't. But saying that, it does work with Revive, so it works very, very well with Revive. So there's not really any problems there. The only worries that I do have is that Cross VR might not always support Revive forever, you know. So at some point we might not be able to use it. And if you own a Oculus Rift, you do actually get access with the touch controllers. Of course, you do have to own them, but if you own an Oculus Rift, you can access Oculus Medium completely free. It's very, very good. But on the Vive, if you have, you know, or if you've got second-hand touch controllers, it's like, works out to be 23 quid. So I had to pay for that software. But then I don't mind paying for software because I've already put like 40 hours into Oculus Medium. It's very good. And on an equivalent level, this software is actually £23, and you have access to make your own stuff, and you can work on it and make assets for games and stuff in this. And the level that you can go down to is pretty crazy. There are some caveats though. There's like a different version of it as well. You can get like a pay monthly version if you're going into serious development, which in my opinion is bullshit. The higher tier one basically gives you more layers to work on. You don't really need them, or at least that I've experienced. You don't really need. It's not going to hinder you too much by not having the extra layers. Right. And people are like, oh, when you're working in VR, the screen isn't clear enough for you to do precise work. And that is currently, quite a true statement. Something to consider is you can make this absolutely huge, until it touches the sky. At the minute now, this vehicle looks like the fucking Hindenburg, do you know what I mean, or something. It looks like so huge. And if I just draw a little squiggle there, if I actually scale down, you can see the level that you can work down to. I don't know if you can see that. There's my little piece that I just did a minute ago, and here's the car. But then the scale that I worked on the car, I can go even further until the whole car is nothing. So like you can work on it, and again, I can make a piece that's this big, and then scale my car up. So this, the scale you can work at is insane. Just that little piece now is like a skybox. It's mental. Alright, I can undo my clock, and that should be it now. I think I've got rid of all the little pieces. I think so. Not sure. Anyway, let's move on. Try and work out the best way to actually hit these as well. It's not always obvious, so it's just trial and error really. So with this one, I'm going to try and bend it so it hits on that line, and then drag it on an angle, and then you could even do it in two pieces. I might actually do two pieces, we'll see, because that's like a reverse corner. So we'll try it, and we'll see if this gives too much overlap, or whether you can actually blend the seams seamlessly. We'll have a little test now and see how it goes. If you are interested in trying this software out, I do recommend it. I think there might even be a demo version as well, so definitely worth having a little look. If you've got an Oculus Rift, then I would definitely recommend checking out Oculus Medium as well. Medium has got some mad stuff going on with it. It's pretty sick. Definitely worth a look. With this one, the problem that I can't quite commit to actually recommending this software, although I do really love it, and it's it's very advanced for what it is, and I do appreciate how well it works. I don't like the fact that there's like a tier model. It pisses me off. The fact that there's things that are restricted in some versions because you don't want to subscribe to a monthly fee. So I get it, I do understand people got to make money, and if people are using this commercially. Oh, that didn't work well. I think my room scale didn't see my tracking solution very well. I'm kind of sitting in a weird position in my living room at the minute. Yeah, this is very messy lines across here, but I'm kind of working at a different weird scale, so I'm going to have to amend it. There we go. Yeah, cool. Right, here's the test now. See how that seam looks. In a moment, I'll try and get it as close as I can to being tidy. We'll have a little look. This line here is not very clean. I can amend that. And also make it a bit smaller. And we'll go back in. On the other side for that. Oh yeah. Depending on which side you actually colour it in with and start on is the side that the amendment happens on. Still not 100% happy with the front of the vehicle, although it's pretty good. There's still a few bits that I need to add on to it. The lines are quite tidy, but there's a few features on here, like these little pieces here. They're like little nubs. They're quite difficult to create in this application. I think. Oh, hang on. I think the best way to actually do that and achieve it is by maybe, let's have a look. You can go in here. So I suppose for something like that, you'd want to draw the actual line. Probably make it a bit fatter than that so you can see better. So we'll draw the line and then just have a dot on it, and then whenever you go to skin it, you could try and hit it like that. But I don't know. That's very complicated. You can simplify your pieces as well. Yeah, this looks like dog shit. Another way of doing it as well, which if you're not happy with it, there's this other tool as well, which is weird. I'm trying to think what it's called. Volume. There's a weird name for it. Hang on. Can't think what the shape is, but it's some sort of volume thing. So when you draw, you actually draw in a weird shape, and you can add points on it like that. And then you can amend it, and you can change all the individual pieces of it. It's very odd, but yeah, it's something that should probably mess around with as well. I don't really know how to use that feature yet very well, but there you go. Okay, I'm gonna have a little look in the comments, see if we've got anyone watching so far. Oh, let's have a look on here. We have actually got a couple of people in here, so nice. Let's have a little look at the chat, see what we got. Ooh, No one hurt. I don't think you can read the comments, so not much sense in commenting when there aren't many people here. Ah, okay, yeah, flat over crest is in the house. We've got Go Big Clan as well. Nice one. Thank you very much for stopping by, guys. I do appreciate it. I'm going to need a better solution for actually checking out the comments. We've got Lalo Curious Gamer who says "fuck you." So yeah, hello there, mate. That's actually a hidden comment, but we'll show it for giggles. Okay. Wow. Missing a barrel of laughs in the comments, but it is nice to have a few people watching. So either way, I'm pretty happy with that. So yeah, the objective, once I've managed to get everything skinned and do an interior and things like that, I'm gonna actually import it into Oculus Medium, paint it up and make it look really nice and that, and then rig it with a Modbox and actually drive it. So I don't know if that's going to be, I don't think it's going to be too much trouble, but the main problem is seeing how things go with Oculus Medium and whether I can get the file format working properly. I think I can, so we'll have to wait and see. Yeah, it's probably good for that one. I'll try and reduce some of the nodes in there. Not sure whether that actually gains me any performance doing that, I don't know, but I think having less points to actually render out on a model probably makes sense, but we'll see. Do seem to be getting some worse performance since I've X'd out to have a look at the chat, so I might have to get a different solution for checking out comments. I know you can get it, and so the comments show on the back of the controllers. Need to look into that a bit more. To be honest, I'm just having a bit of fun, so I thought I'd share it with you guys. You have to let me know if you do want to see some more of this type of video, and I will be going back to Fallout very soon. Just getting the kitchen done at the minute, so there's not a whole lot of space. Yeah, that's an obvious seam. That little bit will be hidden as well, so that's fine. We'll have a look at that and come back to it, I think. I think that line's on the piss as well, the actual wheel. So I might be able to change that. I'll have a little look. So yeah, I'm not going to make this too long really. I just wanted to show you guys what I'm up to at the minute. If you are interested to actually keep up with the progress of it though, be sure to you know, keep checking in. I will be uploading quite regular, especially in the short term. One of the nice things you can do with this as well is, like with this tool, you can kind of go and make your own curves. Pretty good. So depending on how it sits, you should be able to like hit the curves pretty well. Just wish I was a little bit more accurate. I am getting some performance issues, to be honest. Okay. centre about there. So I'll start in the gap. That's the wrong line. Terrible. Cut that off. Boom, like that. Nice. Okay, so overall that's pretty good. Have a little look at it from afar. We'll see how we're getting on. So this is actually coming on quite nice now. Starting getting places, so that's really cool. I need to work out the best angle of attack for this one. Probably probably there. Being able to mirror is a nice feature as well, because they kind of clip together. You can kind of overlap them a little bit. Nice. concentrate a little bit. And it don't really matter too much if it kind of overlaps just a little bit, because as long as it's, you can kind of hide some parts of it as well, so it's not the end of the world. There we go. Okay. Nice one. So that's a pretty nice angle there. Kind of getting there now, guys. So yeah, I'll probably call this one a day for now. Hopefully you've enjoyed this, and hopefully, you know, you are starting to see that it is resembling what it's set out to be. So if I grab this picture and scale it, and then if I grab that, you kind of see we're getting there. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that, guys. So if you want to see some more of this, be sure to smash that like, and if you found this interesting or got any questions, let me know in the comments. So I'm going to be jumping out now, and hopefully I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers guys, take care.